George.
Go away!
Since we tore this four-wheeler completely apart and put all new rings and all that crap in it, and it runs really good now, doesn't it? Does it run good? Does it run good? Extreme close-up! Extreme close-up! Yeah, it runs really good. But this thing does not. That thing runs excellent. This one does not. And George needs a bigger motorcycle, right? You need a bigger motorcycle. Don't you? Why are you being shy? Anyway. The problem with this one, I think, is we have a leaky head gasket. And there was two trains of thought with changing out your head gasket. One is you undo the brake lever, the chain, a couple things, take the plastic off, and a few bolts, and you can actually lift the whole frame off the motorcycle. The other way to do it, since we're only doing the head, is to take the forks off. And I think George said, because we're going to do what George says, because George is the pit boss. Yeah. We're going to take the forks off. And we may not take them all the way off. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Might leave them part on. But anyway, let's see where we can get into, because we're going to change out that head gasket. I got this kit off of eBay. Includes, yeah, look at the little dinky piston. Woohoo! New rings. New head gasket. New. And I got, this is, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'll tell you what, I like these manuals because you can print them off, but you also have them digitally. So that way we know all of our torque specs. You know what a torque spec is, right?
Yes.
Good.
No.
Because you're going to be doing the wrenching.
No! I went right away.
But, alright. You ready to get into this? Hey. We're not leaving yet. Tell them what you did the last time you rode your four-wheeler.
I crashed in a pothole.
And where did you go?
Fell underneath my four-wheeler.
And you survived.
And I got bruised up.
Maybe a little bit.
And it was really hard to get out, and the four-wheeler was kind of rolling.
But you survived.
I survived. I'm stronger than Dodd.
Stronger. Stronger than who?
Dodd.
Dodd.
Dad.
Who's Dodd?
You are Dodd.
Oh, Dad. Okay. Alright. Get the wrenching. I'll cut to whenever I get some of this stuff off, or figure out how it comes off. Alright. Got the plastic off. There's a screw here on both sides. There's this push tab on both sides. And if you come to the back, got these two bolts. The forks, like I said, I didn't disconnect everything. Actually, the only thing I didn't disconnect is the carburetor. I might still do that. Actually, I think I am going to do that, just so I can get it out of the way. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward. Now we got to take off carb mount and exhaust mount. Probably should have washed this first, but oops. Alright. Now it's time to get into it. Little guy got bored, so he gone. Yes, he's wearing a helmet, and yes, he has long sleeves and stuff on. But anyway, get the carb off. It's wrapped in a towel. Got the exhaust off over there. 2 10 mils on the exhaust, and on the carb was an couple 8 mils. I took them off right here because I didn't have an 8 mil wrench handy. But then we're going to get our timing done. You take this cover off with this bolt on this side, run this bolt loose, screw it back in a couple threads, give it a little tap. Tap tappy, and it comes right out. We're gonna get this one off, we're gonna get that off, we're gonna get these head bolts off. He's back. Anyway. Then we're gonna get this cover off to get a timing mark there. And just keep going. Alright. Alright. The T should line up with this little notch. That's your timing mark. And here's your cam gear. We're going to take these two nuts out. I'm going to take this bolt out. These bolts. I think maybe this one too. I'm not sure.
Dad, I'm going into the house.
Hold on, bud. I'll get with you in a minute. Okay, we're going to go. Are you filming?
But also keep on turning on. And I don't want to start.
Are you filming me?
No.
No.
I'm actually not.
You sure you're not?
I'm sure. Donna, I'm so truck. What?
Who put this together?
You?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Not.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to film George either driving successfully or wrecking horribly. And he's out of my hair again. For a little while. Anyway, I got the piston off. Make sure, like I said, I don't know how much George actually filmed well, but make sure you got your intake marked. Intake goes to the top for this one. Intake to the top. Okay? Alright. Let's do it. So how to run.
Well,
Alright, now show me a dance.
you
It's got to be a dance involving how awesome Dad is. So it's got to be like an awesome dad dance. What are the lyrics to this dance? I want to hear you sing something to me. Bye. Alright. This has actually turned out to be pretty easy. It's only been into this for maybe an hour and a half, but I got the jug back on. Pistons in there, nice light coat of oil. We'll crank her over a couple times by hand just to make sure that, you know, this is an interference engine, I think. Pop this little guy back in, and then we just got to get that bolt jammed back in the center of her. That'll take a little finagling. We're replacing these O-rings as we go. I think I have enough. I'll have to check. But, oh, we weren't leaking any oil anyway, but just a good idea if you got them in the kit. Kind of have my doubts about this kit, but we'll, well, let's put it this way, it's all I got. Okay, keep rolling. Alright, copper washer here. Make sure everything goes together, and then this torques to really light. It's like 8 or 9 foot-pounds or something, less than 10, I'm pretty sure. But acorn nuts for 3 of them. This one is normal nut. Get them torqued down and see where we end up. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that sucked. But right there's my T. There's my mark. There's my circle. And there's my mark. And I'll tell you the truth, I actually took this back loose and took it off and on a couple times because it's like, I don't know, maybe a quarter of this off. And I thought I did something wrong, so I took it all back apart, looked it over, couldn't find anything wrong, put it back together, took it apart, put it back together, took it apart, put it back together. But what I ended up doing finally is, where did I put it? Oh, I got this Craftsman screwdriver, which fits in the hole pretty tight. I got most of the way in. I just kind of pulled on it just a little bit. Probably not what you're supposed to do, but it's what I did. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take these out one at a time. And I'm going to blue or maybe red Loctite the crap out of them so that way they don't come undone. And then I'm going to put them back together, retorque it. I know it'll probably, hopefully it might mess up my head gasket a little bit, but I hope not. But, I mean, it is what it is. We'll give her a try. We'll put her together and see if it spins. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. I've been playing with the carburetor for a little bit. It's running in a minute, but seems to run good. Wow, I'll put a couple of the plastic back on, put that cover back on the flywheel, and take her for a rip, see what she does. She's a little ripper. I got everything back together, all fasteners in place, all the nuts and bolt screws in the exact same location as they were when we started. I did some carb tuning on it. She is GTG. Good to go. Alright, go out there. Have fun.